Hey, this is Russ. Have you guys ever used a pressure cooker? Yeah, the Instant Pot is a pressure cooker. It's just a more modern version, right? So, anyways, my mom used to use a pressure cooker when I was growing up, and I remember that thing, old thing. It used to, you put your stuff in there, and it would start pressurizing, and there was a little weighted thing that sat on top of a little pointy section, and that's where the steam would come out. And of course, the weight is there so that not all the steam comes out. So you can imagine as the steam tries to escape, that little weighted thing starts, making lots of noise because it's rattling up there. So it was always kind of like a time bomb waiting to go off. And after I got married, we didn't use a pressure cooker right away, but eventually we did buy a pressure cooker. And it was kind of similar to that one. It had a weighted thing on the top, and I remember one time the weight fell off. I don't know how it fell off. Maybe too much pressure pushed it off or something, and just a huge amount of steam started spewing out of the thing. So, yeah, and because it's on your stove, it's right above the vent, right? The exhaust vent, and man, that cleaned that thing out really good. It had a good, nice steam cleaning. I guess that's a benefit of that thing going off. But again, kind of felt like that thing was it's like a time bomb waiting to go off. Well, recently, meaning yesterday, we were using a manual pressure cooker. This is an updated one, the one that was actually recommended by America's Test Kitchen. It's made by a company called Fagor, and it's called the Dual, and it was the top-rated pressure cooker. We had been using this for years, and without any real problems. We've made congee in it. My wife made red bean soup in it, which is what she did yesterday. And then, we use it for all sorts of things, really. Just anything that you wanted to cook quickly. You make a whole chicken in there, and things like fall off the bone when you do it in a pressure cooker. So without fail, no problems until yesterday. So my wife was trying to make red bean soup the exact same way she always made it. She typically filled it about halfway with water, which is, under the maximum level you should put in there. And she put her red beans in there and everything. And then she was pressure cooking this thing. And when the pressure starts building, you can hear it going. And she had lowered the flame as she normally does, so that there'd be less power going in there. And she went back and sat down in the living room, and I was in my office room just minding our own businesses and doing things. And then the next thing we know, we hear this huge explosion, and then a bunch of whistling sounds. So we knew the pressure cooker had exploded. All right. Good thing neither one of us were anywhere near there. So when we came back into the kitchen, here's what we found. We found the pressure cooker on the floor, still making noises, okay? We found a huge hole in the wall, all right? And we found right on the top where the head panel is, the front top panel of the stove, got dented slightly. So, yeah, you don't want to be anywhere near a pressure cooker when that thing goes off. We could only imagine what it would have been if we were nearby, because it was the water was all over the floor, the soup that she was making, and there was beans all over the place. Now, here's the weird part about it all. The top of the pressure cooker was still sealed and locked in place. So we're thinking, how did the water get out, and how come there's beans out all over the floor and everywhere, but the top is still sealed? How did it get out of there? We didn't even understand, how did that even explode? Because if that would have exploded, should the entire pot explode and get all over the place? I mean, it's still intact. The only thing that was broken was the assist handle on the opposite side of the main handle. This pressure cooker is pretty heavy, and if you try to lift it with a lot of things in there, it's kind of heavy. So they have an assist handle on the other side, help you handle that. So we're thinking it probably broke when it hit the wall or when it hit the floor. All right. But nothing else seemed to be out of place. Now, after inspecting the pot seemed perfectly fine. The lid seemed perfectly fine, but the gasket, you could see a rip in the gasket. Now, I had posted this on one of the cooking forums that I'm part of on Facebook, and a lot of people commented on this thing. And one gentleman actually found what he believed might be a possible answer. And thinking about it, I think he is correct that there is a side vent that goes to the top lid of the pressure cooker. And you could see the gasket when you close it up there. Now, I guess the purpose of this is that if the pressure gains too much, that's supposed to allow the pressure to release through the side vent on the top of the lid. And in order for that to do that, the gasket would have to bulge out. So we're guessing this is probably what happened, because we see the rip on the gasket, and so everything probably spewed out of that small side vent, and it was enough pressure that it exploded to the point where it took the pot and just dropped it onto the floor and into the wall, quite frankly. So we have this huge hole in the wall now. So that's probably where the fail happened. Now the question is why did it happen? I mean, we had done it this exact same way for many years and nothing happened. But so we're guessing somehow maybe something got clogged. Maybe the escape valve got clogged somehow. The vent got clogged. They say that if you put too much water, that could be too much too. But we've done it for years like this. Maybe we're just lucky. And so that's really what happened. I think the explosion happened from the side of the top of the lid, keeping everything intact. Now, I don't think there's really anything wrong with the pot still. I think the pot is perfectly fine. If we bought another gasket, maybe even another assist handle on the front, it's probably fine to use it again. The question is, will we ever use it again? I think the answer to that for me is no. I don't trust this thing anymore. I mean, can you imagine standing there, lowering this thing, lowering the flame, getting the pressure less, and then it explodes on you? I don't think I want to be there when that happens. All right. So no, we won't be doing it again. People have said contact Fagor. Maybe they'll send you another unit. I don't think anything's wrong with the unit. I think it was just bad luck. And it's not like the unit is broken. It's the handle. So okay, maybe they'll send me a handle. Maybe they'll send me a gasket. But yeah, that's not too safe. Yeah, sad, huh? So what about the Instant Pot? Could this happen on the Instant Pot? And my guess is, yeah, it can. Somebody sent me some websites about failures in the Instant Pot, and many of the people there had said that where the Instant Pot typically will fail is, when you do a release of the pressure, whether you do it manually or it naturally releases, the indicator will show you that it's no pressure. But people have opened the Instant Pot thinking there's no pressure, and yeah, there's still pressure there. So what happens is the minute they open it, all the hot stuff spews out at them, and then they get second-degree burns and all sorts of things. So now they claim that there's no way to open the Instant Pot if it's still pressurized. Well, obviously some of these people were able to do that. So here's my thing for the Instant Pot. If you're using one, okay, be very careful when you open it. All right. Maybe there's safety things that help regulate so that you can't have what happened to us with the standard pressure cooker. But even if that thing says, okay, it's done, the pressure's off, I'd give it a little bit longer time and make sure that pressure is gone before you try opening the lid. So I'm going to be a little bit more careful when I use my Instant Pot. I mean, it's to the point where I'm almost thinking maybe I want to leave the Instant Pot outside, cook it outside. If it explodes, I'd rather let it explode outside and in the kitchen again. I don't know, maybe that's being a little paranoid, but after it's happened to us with a standard pressure cooker, yeah, I think we deserve to be a little paranoid. Anyways, I wanted to relay this to you guys. So if you're ever using something like a pressure cooker or even the Instant Pot, be very careful, because we know firsthand that stuff can explode. We're just lucky we weren't around when it happened. I do have a hole in the wall to fix at this point. Anyways, if you liked the video, go ahead and hit the like button, hit the share button, hit the subscribe button, and we will talk to you next time.